Sometimes you didn't want to know the ending, because how could the ending be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing, this shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come, and when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you, that meant something, even if you were too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. I know now. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. They kept going because they were holding on to something. What are we holding on to, Sam? That there's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. Two. It ain't all buttons and charts, little albatross. You know what the first rule of flying is? Well, I suppose you do, since you already know what I'm about to say. I do. But I'd like to hear you say it. Love. You can learn all the math in the verse, but you take a boat in the air that you don't love, she'll shake you off as sure as the dirt of the worlds. Love keeps her in the air. She ought to fall down. Tell you she's hurting before she keels. Makes her a home. Three. You know when I said I knew little about love? Well, that wasn't true. I know a lot about love. I've seen it. I've seen centuries and centuries of it. And it was the only thing that made watching your world bearable. All those wars, pain and lies, hate, made me want to turn away and never look down again. But to see the way that mankind loves, I mean, you could search the furthest reaches of the universe and never find anything more beautiful. So, yes, I know that love is unconditional, but I also know it can be unpredictable, unexpected, uncontrollable, unbearable, and, well, strangely easy to mistake for loathing. And what I'm trying to say, Tristan, is I think I love you. 4. Why would so many things conspire to save one little girl's life? But what if it wasn't just Abby? What if she's no more special or less special than any of us? What if we are all unique and the universe loves us all equally? So much so that it bends over backwards across the centuries for each each and every one of us. And sometimes we are just lucky enough to see it. No life is more important than another, and nothing has been without purpose. Nothing. What if we are all part of a great pattern that we may someday understand? And one day, when we have done what we alone are capable of doing, we get to rise up and reunite with those we have loved the most, forever embraced. What if we get to become stars? 5. Doesn't hurt. Dying. Quicker than falling asleep. 6. I don't accept that. I am in love with you. You heard me. I am in love with you. And I know that love is just a shout into the void, and that oblivion is inevitable, and that we're all doomed, and that one day all of our labors will be returned to dust. And I know that the sun will swallow the only earth we will ever have. And I am in love with you. Sorry. 7. Had lunch with Greg today. Yeah. He said he was sorry, and that I was right to break up with him. I'm driving away and was feeling so small, just asking myself, why do I and everyone I love pick people who treat us like we're nothing? We accept the love we think we deserve. 8. I couldn't sleep, nor I. My aunt, yes, she was here. How can I ever make amends for such behavior? After what you have done for Lydia, and I suspect for Jane also, it is I who should be making amends. You must know. Surely you must know it's all for you. You were too generous to trifle with me. I believe you spoke with my aunt last night, and it has taught me into hope, as I had scarcely allowed myself before. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes have not changed, but one word from you will silence me forever. If, however, your feelings have changed, I would have to tell you, you have bewitched me, body and soul. And I love you. I never wish to be parted from you from this day on. Well then, your hands are cold. 9. What was was that Sally? That was him, wasn't it? Is he gone or what? Yes, you killed his spirit, but I took his life. But I will tell you everything you need to know. I'll tell you how I did it, where I buried him. I'll tell you what I did it with. I'll tell you, well, hold on. Just a goddamn second, okay? One step at a time. I took an oath to uphold the law. Alright? I thought I came here to bring in the bad guy. Because generally, that's what I do. You asked me how many times I read your letter. I must have read it about 1,000 times. I know it was your letter more than anything else that brought me here. It was you. And I'm all mixed up about that. The reason that you're here and you don't know why is because I sent for you. When I was a little girl, I worked a spell so I would never fall in love. I asked for qualities in a man that I knew couldn't exist. One green eye, one blue. But you do. You're saying what I'm feeling is just one of your spells. Yeah. It's not real. And if you stay, I wouldn't know if it was because of the spell. And you wouldn't know if it was because I didn't want to go to prison. Yeah, well, all relationships have their problems. I'm right, aren't I? You don't know, do you? Well, why don't you do you? And I do what I do, and we'll see where we end up. Okay? Okay. Curses only have power when you believe in them. And I don't. You know what? I wished for you too. 10. Religion cannot be the only guardian of our morality. Of course not. There is self-responsibility. And failing that, does the law not have a duty? Does the bench and parliament not have a duty to uphold and create the laws that progress our morality? Not retard it. If not to protect us from others, then to protect us from ourselves. Laws that allow us to diminish the humanity of anybody are not laws. They are frameworks for crime. And quite frankly, I really do not care if you as an individual are without character or conscience. But a land whose laws sanction, not control, the barbaric moment when I truly understand my enemy, understand him well enough to defeat him, then in that moment, I also love him. I think it's impossible to really understand somebody, what they want, what they believe, and not love them the way they love themselves. And then, in that very moment, when I love them, I destroy them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was fun for you. Let me know in the comments down below what 1 through 11 were. And let me know if you want me to do my favorite TV lines, scenes, I guess more than just one line. And I hope you get them all right. I'm going to do a countdown from 50 for your sleepy sleep time. I'm going to continue to brush over you. Sorry, I'm starving, so that's why my stomach keeps making all these noises. 50. 49. 48. 47. 46. 45. 44. 43. 42. 41. 40. 39. 38. 37. I don't know if you can hear that. 36. 35. 34. 33. 32. 31. 30. I'm so sorry about all the noise. Have a good night. I'll see you next time.